This is Kanchanaburi, the location of the legendary bridge on the River Kwai. Apart from the infamous World War II site, the region of Kanchanaburi is home to some stunning natural beauty as well as authentic villages. Over the coming 3 days, I'll take you on a tour of this breathtaking region and showcase some of its highlights. The adventure begins in the city of Kanchanaburi.
Good afternoon, guys. You join me on the back of a pickup truck turned into a bus here in Kanchanaburi, Thailand. I just got here from Hua Hin, and yeah, over the coming 3 days we're gonna explore this fascinating region, which is definitely a contender for the most underrated place in Thailand. Also back on the channel is Mrs. H next to me right here. You might remember her from my Vietnam videos. And yeah, she has come all the way to Thailand to not show her face. Are you looking forward to not being on camera?
A little bit.
A little bit, alright. So yeah, you won't see her face, but she is accompanying me on this trip. And we might be renting a motorbike. And Mrs. H being from Vietnam, she is a much better motorbike driver than I am. So yeah, see you at the hotel, guys.
Alright guys, we have made it to the guest house here in Kanchanaburi, and this is one of the coolest places I have stayed in quite a while. So we are basically above the water here. I guess this is some kind of swamp that flows into the river. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, you have this guest house here with all these bungalows, and we are staying in one of them. The bridge I'm walking on has some metal here which is making a bit of noise, but okay, let's first check out the view here, because the River Kwai, the reason why this place Kanchanaburi is famous, is right here. This is the legendary River Kwai, or Kwai as it is pronounced in Thai, and then here we have the village of Kanchanaburi and our guest house here. So now I'm gonna show you our bungalow. This is such a cool location. Now, 2 things to know if you are staying in a place like this. You have to bring a lot of mosquito spray, and also you have to get a bungalow with air conditioning, which I have done. Because yeah, this swamp right here is gonna attract a million different types of mosquitoes, and even though everything has mosquito nets, you cannot open any windows here, so you do need air conditioning, because right now we have 38 degrees Celsius. It is boiling hot, and yeah, that is the guest house here. So now I'm gonna show you my bungalow. This is the bungalow right here. Mrs. H is sitting over there. And yeah, it is very rudimentary, very small. And as you can see, the walls are out of bamboo. And then yeah, we have 2 twin beds. They didn't have anything else available. And then a little bit of art, air conditioning, very, very important. Let's go check out the bathroom as well. This is the bathroom. I mean, yeah, very basic. I guess, yeah, we have a shower and a toilet and a sink. So yeah, this is not 5-star luxury accommodation. This is a very basic guest house, but it has so much character, so much charm, and it is run by lovely local people here, a family business. So yeah, I am very much a fan of staying in places like this. And also, this is incredible value for money. I am paying 600 baht per night, which is about 15 euros. So yeah, very, very reasonable. Now let's go see some places in Kanchanaburi. Right, so we are now walking the streets of Kanchanaburi here. It is about 3 p.m. Not that much going on. Probably because of the heat. Here we have some street foods and 7-Eleven. I think that even in the smallest village in Thailand, you'll find 7-Eleven. That brand is just everywhere. But yeah, I like this place. Feels pretty local, even though there is of course a tourism industry here. But this is not really on the backpacking map. I think that people who have been to Thailand 3, 4, 5 times, they might come here, which is actually what I was thinking, because I have seen most of the major backpacking spots in Thailand. So I was considering this place for a while, and now I'm here. And so far, I like it. But there is obviously a lot of stuff to see in the region. This looks like a good place to eat. Right, just sat down at a local restaurant here, and yeah, to be honest, we are still getting used to the heat here. So it is dry heat, not like other places in Thailand. But yeah, today is gonna be a pretty chill afternoon. But I guess we'll go see some places at sunset. First, I want to show you some of the amazing food that you can get here in Thailand. Probably my favorite cuisine in the world. Alright guys, the food has arrived. This is khao soi, one of my favorite meals in the entire world. This is a spicy soup with noodles and pork in this case, but you can also get it with beef or chicken, and then many different spices and herbs. It is originally from Chiang Mai or the north of Thailand, but yeah, you can get it pretty much anywhere in the country. Alright guys, first stop here in Kanchanaburi, the Death Railway Museum. The so-called Thailand-Burma Death Railway is a 415-kilometer train line between Ban Pong, Thailand and Tan Usayat, Myanmar. The line was built between 1940 and 1943 when the Japanese army occupied the area. The main idea was to supply the Japanese forces in Burma, where they had launched a military campaign against this then British colony. The Japanese used Allied prisoners of war as well as Asian civilian workers who were forced to build the line in appalling conditions. According to the museum, over 100,000 people died building this railway, most of which were Asian civilian laborers. The story was immortalized in the legendary novel Bridge on the River Kwai by French author Pierre Boulle, as well as several movies. After learning about the region's dark past in the museum, I went to check out the nearby war cemetery before making my way to the actual bridge. I am now walking on the actual bridge on the River Kwai. This location is quite historic. So yeah, this is the center of Kanchanaburi here. You got this huge market and then lots of tourists and the one and only bridge on the River Kwai. And I don't know if the train is passing the bridge today. It is now 5:30 p.m. But yeah, we were planning on riding this train, but yeah, I'll have to find out how often it runs because it is a very old train. So yeah, we might get on this train tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Now we're gonna go find a good spot for sunset. Good morning guys, it is now day 2 here in Kanchanaburi and we are at a motorbike rental place. So we're gonna get ourselves a motorbike and go explore. So when Mrs. H finishes with the cat, we will be on our way. Alright, let's go. Alright guys, we have made it to Erawan National Park, and apparently there are lots of amazing waterfalls here. The drive was about 1 hour by motorbike, but I guess by car it would be a bit faster because we could only drive around 60 kilometers an hour, and by car you could easily do 80 or 90 on this main road. But yeah, let's see what this national park has got in store for us. So you do have to walk a bit from the car park to the waterfall, or the first waterfall I should say. But yeah, it shouldn't be too far, maybe 300-400 meters. And the entrance fee for the national park is 300 baht, so very reasonable, like most things in Thailand. So there are several different levels here. Let's walk around a little bit. I think it is time for a swim. Let's have a look at these natural pools here. Wow, there are some big fish in there. But yeah, this one seems to be for families. So this is waterfall number 1. But now I'm gonna walk to level 2 because that one might have a better natural pool. Alright guys, I got myself a life jacket here. They won't let me swim without one. So yeah, let's go check out the waterfall. Alright, alright. Oh, this is so nice. This water is perfect. Oh yes, let's swim to the waterfall. I can't swim with a life jacket. It's really annoying, to be honest. I would rather not have one, but yeah, I guess they are scared that somebody's gonna drown here, so they make everybody wear a life jacket. Alright, we are going into the waterfall now. This is absolutely amazing. So nice. Right, so that was waterfall number 2, and there are actually 7 waterfalls here. On this sign you can see. Wow. So the last one is about 1.3 kilometers away. I'm not sure we're gonna walk that far, but yeah, there are 7 waterfalls in total here. We just saw number 2 and number 1, and now we're gonna head to number 3. Time for a dip here at level 3. So yeah, I would say that Erawan National Park is definitely worth it if you have the time. 7 different waterfalls, great swimming, and yeah, great hikes as well. We continued until level 4, which included a steep hike. And after that, we were a bit too exhausted to see the remaining levels, but I am sure that they are also worth it. We then got some delicious fried rice at a village food court before riding back into Kanchanaburi for sunset. Good afternoon guys, it is now day 3 here in Kanchanaburi, Thailand. And what I'm gonna attempt to do today is ride the infamous Death Railway. So let's go. Alright, walking the streets of Kanchanaburi now and heading to the train station. Now I say attempt to ride the Death Railway because the information online is a bit conflicting. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna head to the train station. There are actually 2 train stations here. One in this part of town and then one closer to the bridge. And yeah, I hope that I can find a ticket. And I don't want to go very far. I just want to ride the train over the bridge. Because yeah, this train has so much history and it is very antique. And also the views. So the station should be somewhere around here. There's an old locomotive. This doesn't look very busy, but I am sure that we are at the right place. and the time now is 4 p.m. The train should depart, according to some sources on the internet, at around 4:30. However, on the first day, when we saw it passing over the bridge, it passed at around 5:30 p.m. and the bridge is no more than 15 minutes away from here. Alright guys, I got myself a ticket for the famous Death Railway and it should be leaving in about half an hour, but yeah, it might be late. Anyways, she didn't really understand what I want. There was a bit of a language barrier there, which is, you know, okay here in rural Thailand. So what I wanted to do is get on the train, cross the bridge, and then get off 1 or 2 stops later and then come back by taxi. But I think that it doesn't stop for another 20 kilometers after the bridge, because I showed her on Google Maps where I wanted to get off and then she told me that it didn't stop there. So now she sold me a ticket to go from here to the bridge, which is only about 3 kilometers. But yeah, she said that I can stay on for a bit longer, so I guess we'll see. What I don't want to do is ride 20 or 30 kilometers and then having to deal with a taxi to come back, because there are some amazing spots there, but they are quite far away, including the Hellfire Pass, which is another World War II location. And yeah, it is already 5 p.m. by the time I get there, so it might not be so easy to come back here. This is it, guys. What a beauty. I am in 3rd class. A lot of people are getting off here. I guess they came from Bangkok. But yeah, look at this train. I am not sure how old it is, but very, very old. Look at it. Bathroom? Would you look at that? I mean, yeah, I wouldn't ride this for more than 20 to 30 minutes, but for the retro experience, I am gonna do it. I mean, yeah, these seats have probably seen World War II. My seat is really broken. Listen. When I lean back or forward, it makes this noise. Yeah, this is probably not a great way to get from A to B, also because it is very slow, but I am doing it for the experience. And we are off! Let's head to the bridge on the River Kwai. We are here already. And we are at the bridge already. That was a pretty short ride, maybe 10 minutes. Now I quickly gotta get onto the bridge to see it passing. Taking a taxi back to the hotel now, and yeah, this is quite an interesting vehicle. It's not a real tuk-tuk, it's basically a bike with this thing here and a roof. And that is it from Kanchanaburi, guys. Don't skip this place. And yeah, the adventures in Thailand will continue.
As always, thanks very much for watching and see you in the next one. Goodbye.